Welcome back to What's the Frame. In this episode, we're going to look at being a renegade and why there is no rules in photography. So the reason I love photography is that it's so suggestive. I essentially capture what I like and what I see with my own eyes, and if I think there's a frame there, I will capture it. I don't listen to rules. There'll be lots of people saying why there should be rules, and every part of this episode is just from experience, what I've used to create that image and the reasoning behind that image. It's not a blueprint and it's not a sort of tick list as things that you have to look out for. This is my personal style and I capture what I like, and that is why I love it. So this is one of those images that I think goes against a lot of rules that people might say are in photography or things that you've got to stick with. And the first being is that this line here, first of all, it isn't straight, and first of all, it's not in the middle of the frame. Why? Because I didn't want it to be. So what I would say with any photography is just use your eyes first of all. Before you even get the camera out, have an idea about what you're looking for and what you're going to capture. You're going to see things from a human perspective which you like and you want to showcase. And then what you can do is use the camera and the different lenses to apply that. So if you think you see a certain angle and you go, oh, right, I think that would look really good in a sort of like a close-up or really like fisheye sort of view, then put the lens and put the camera to work to create that. But first of all, look at it from a human perspective to work out a rough idea of what you want to capture. So this is what I saw with this image. When you stand in front of these big industrial sheds, I'm looking up at them and it's the vastness, the grandeur of them. You know, it's this thing that is so big, it's really sort of overwhelming. So with this image, we captured it, I think probably on I'd say a 12 to 24 millimeter lens. It gives this sort of warping look, so that, you know, the diagonals are all working down here. We've got the warping here, so none of this is straight. But what it does is it pulls towards the tip of the image. And I look at this image and for some reason I always think shark. It almost looks like the fin of a shark that just pulls you towards that dorsal fin, which is like the apex point of that fish. And look, I love it. So many people might look at this and disagree, but for me, this is why I love photography. This is why I love architectural photography, because it's suggestive and it's what I like. But I would love to hear from you guys. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on the imagery, what you would have maybe done differently if you would have shot it at a completely different angle. Please comment below and we'd love to hear your thoughts. But as I say, this image here is why I love photography, because it is just completely suggestive and what you like personally.